Hey everyone, it's Crystal here. Are you a caregiver and interchanging with many different hats every day, all the time? And when you're a caregiver, you know that you have many different hats that you wear, unless of course you outsource some of those hats and find some external resources to come help you deal with these things that maybe you just don't have time for, they're not your strengths, it requires more attention or professional attention. So whatever it may be, sometimes you do end up wearing a lot more hats than you had signed up for. And when you are in a caregiver position, of course, it's a constantly evolving, shape-shifting role. It's always changing as the person changes as well on a daily basis. So perhaps your tasks or what's required of you may also need to flow with the change. So what can you do when you are the one constantly wearing all these different hats to the point where you're starting to feel fatigue and exhaustion leading to burnout? And we want to avoid this at all costs. And some people are already in that burnout stage after wearing these hats for many, many moons. And maybe some people are just entering this stage and realizing that they have to be very flexible and wear all these different hats in order to meet the needs of the person that they're caregiving for. So how do we juggle these all without allowing it to affect us and take away all our energy? It's about distributing our energy in a good way, and our energy all starts within us, and it starts in our mind. And our mind is distributing this energy in a good way or in a negative, non-self-serving way. So it's how you think about these things that you have to do, the challenges, the tasks, and how do you approach them? First of all, it's approaching them with your mind and how that's affecting your mind and what you're thinking about. And then it's really about how you're tackling each thing. So perhaps maybe it's the nursing hat that you find very challenging and hard to deal with because it requires a lot more attention. You have to administer perhaps medication, deal with doctors and maybe some follow-up calls. So all of these different things that require you to deal with the person in a nursing capacity. Maybe you aren't the strongest at this. Maybe you can find some external resources to help you, some other people that may do this on a daily basis. Maybe you make a list of questions that need to be answered or record the phone call with the doctor so you're able to just replay it rather than take notes or just listen and try to regurgitate it all. So find some helpful ways for yourself to deal with each different hat that you wear. And each hat will come with its challenges. So you have to figure out how you can navigate each hat in its way to make it easier for yourself, to take the load off, to take the stress off, and to really give yourself the opportunity to succeed by putting in place things that will allow you to succeed, as well as, of course, your perspective and how you bring your attitude to the table. And so maybe it's not your favorite task, but rather than reminding yourself of the obvious feelings that you have, just say to yourself, it's really not that bad. Maybe I can just deal with this a little longer. It's not as bad as I'm making it seem like in my head. And keep talking to yourself and evaluating yourself in your mind. Have these dialogues with yourself. It's healthy to just review our thoughts and see, really, is this really how I'm feeling right now? Or no, this is truly how I'm feeling right now, and this is how I need to deal with it. And this will allow you to create that ever so slight shift in dealing with things and really makes all the difference to your caregiving experience. So I hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.